Casey. I'm an account manager and a design consultant here at Minotti London. I'm joined here today by the lovely David. Hi,
Hello.
David.
Hi, Casey. Good to see you again.
Do you want to introduce yourself for us?
Sure. I'm David Mason. I work for Scott Brownrigg and I'm a director of hospitality. And I also work across residential, hospitality and commercial interiors.
Wow. That's a lot,
pretty
that's a lot of
impressive, eh?
sectors, David.
I know, right?
Tell us a bit about it. So Scott Brownrigg works with all three of those?
We do. We have a number of sectors. So I head up our hospitality sector globally for our company. So that is my main focus. But also as an ID designer, I work across, I feed into our commercial, residential and hospitality sectors, as well as transport, business space, everything, education. We like to keep our sectors, we like to feed in hospitality into all of our sectors, basically.
Perfect.
And, proper craftsmanship, proper things that last a generation. We're becoming much more, we're moving away from throwaway consumerism. It's why, it's partly why I love your brand. I know that, everything I specify is going to last a lifetime. I know that I'm going to hand it down through generations, and I'm going to care about the pieces that I have as well. Yeah. When I was growing up in the 70s, it was, what my family did. We all, my grandfather passed down it passed down through generations. And over the sort of 90s, 2000s, it was all throwaway. It was all IKEA. It was all, just consumerism for the sake of consumerism. And
churning through so much.
And I think that's why I've always loved Minotti, and I've always loved it, this brand, because that it's going to last a lifetime. It's built with love, it's built with craftsmanship, it's built with, there's so much passion, and you can almost feel it in the furniture itself. It's just fantastic.
When did you actually first hear about Minotti, do you think?
So I first heard about Minotti when I graduated from my masters, and I moved to London, and I worked for a company, and I was sent to Minotti, this sort of small town Midlands boy, and I was terrified. And I think I had to press the buzzer to be allowed into the studio. And then everyone kind of looks over the sight lines like this. And I was like, you're quite naive. It's kind of like your first design job. You don't really know how it rumbles. You find in your feet. I wasn't really, I'd never lived in London before. So, but you quickly get used to it, and it's always been, a really warm welcome from you guys. I've worked with you for 24 years, not you personally, obviously, because you're much younger, but, I've worked with your brand for 24 years, and, and it's always been an absolute pleasure. It's always been fun, but also, always quality and professional at the same time.
Do you have an absolute favourite product here? A go-to, if anything.
I do, and it's probably something that I specified quite a lot, which is the Anderson sofa. And then I found that that designer as well is someone that I've always used without really knowing that he's the designer.
Yeah.
And so that's a big go-to for me. And also. Out of the new range this year, I'm a massive fan of Finn, actually.
Love
really,
Finn.
And I think that's a little bit of a departure for Minotti as well, isn't it?
It is, actually. So Gamfratesi, the designers on that one, has actually collaborated with Minotti Studio. And to have that kind of Scandinavian influence in some of the pieces, it's like, actually, we've got the real Italian craftsmanship, but actually with the design and the kind of forward thinking of some of the Scandinavian designs and sort of the simplicity of the chair, I think really elevates it. To me, the arm, how it bends into the fin shape. I'm like, that's exactly where I'd want to put my arm when I'm sitting down. How did they know? It's like they designed it for someone to sit in.
But it's totally, and it's beautiful, and it looks complete. It's quite sexy, and it's very elegant, and you can see it in the arm, and you see it in the back, and you can see almost the shape of it is like the spine and the body. It's very beautiful. It's
important to have your chairs sexy, in my opinion.
Well, totally. I mean, who wants to not sit in sexy?
I've actually heard, David, that you were nominated for 2 hotel design awards. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
No.
Go on, we love it.
The Marvellous Hamish and Hotel Designs, they each year they put forward the sort of top 75 influencers that
cool.
in the hospitality industry, and I was nominated for 2 years running, which
There
was
he
a
is.
very great honour.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Cheers to that.
Yep, thank you for that.
No, it's very good. I've seen some of the more recent hotels you guys have done, and it's they're absolutely stunning
Thank you.
pieces, and
Thank you.
really really innovative design. So
Thank you.
very very good.
Cheers.
So when you're thinking about design in the future, is there a Minotti product that you would love to see made within the next few years? You're like, actually the collection's really missing something like this that I'd love to see, or maybe something you've seen already and you'd like to see more of.
I think sometimes if you do it so well, maybe you don't need to diversify.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I mean, for me, it's always been a very modern, contemporary take, but with the traditional values and traditional craftsmanship and stuff as well. So I think you just carry on doing what you guys are doing. It's always amazing.
Thank you so much for joining us today, David.
No,
It's been
thanks
an
for having me.
absolute pleasure chatting with you, and I feel like it's really nice to get a little bit more of
Yeah, that's
insight
really
in
cool.
the design. It's nice to have a very frank conversation.
No, it's always a pleasure, and it's so good to see you as well. And it's really good
Yeah.
to get out and do
To see
something
real
different.
people.